take a seat and I'll put that on you. Bye.
All right. Pat is growing.
Fair enough.
All right. Have him pull his shoes off as well. Glasses, earpiece,
Let's get those glasses.
everything.
Earpiece off, everything.
And once you take a good look at it, we can give it, hand it back.
All right.
Oh, grab those earrings.
Grab those earrings off you too. Yeah. Ring, rather.
All right. Have him open his mouth. Stick your finger inside. Move your finger between the outer parts of his teeth, the inner parts of his teeth, behind his tongue, top part of his mouth. Yep.
All right. Don't bite me.
All right. All right. All right. Fantastic. We can give him the clothes back.
Perfect.
All right, give it a second. One of the pipes is having a problem. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start the recording here at 9:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 9/24/2024. Chief Brian Knight with the Los Santos Police Department, call sign 187. To my right-hand side,
Officer Tobias Tarts, Los Santos Police Department, call sign 8112.
sir, at this time you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do will be used against you in a court of law. Right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you by the state if one is available. Do you understand your rights as they've been read to you today?
I do.
Could you go ahead and state to me your full legal name as well as your state ID?
Leslie Salazar, 4974.
Mr. Salazar, I see you have a driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you understand why you're here today. It's for the stabbing of one Tina Donovan. What was your relationship with said stabbing?
Afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
I see. What's the last thing you remember?
Tina came to the dock, and that's the last time I saw her.
I see. And where were you upon her arrival? Or were
I was
you
up
there?
at the top of the dock.
Could you describe the location?
It's by, I believe, Grapeseed. It's a nice little dock. A couple of houses there.
Well, you said the top of the dock. Do you mean up on the hill?
Just where the dock starts, the top steps.
I see. The beginning of the dock.
Correct.
I see. And how long were you there prior to her arrival?
I don't even know. Couldn't have been that long.
5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Probably more than 10 minutes, I assume.
I see. And who did she arrive with?
I don't recall.
He was. Okay.
No one I knew.
And who told you to go to the dock originally?
I'm not going to answer that.
Understandable. Were you standing next to anybody?
Yeah, there's some other people there.
I see. And how many would those be roughly?
I mean, I know me and two others were there for sure. Other than that, I don't know.
Do you know the others personally?
Just work associates, nothing further than that.
And
Barely
what do
even
you
know their
mean by
names.
associates exactly?
We work in the same proximity.
I understand. How long have you been working with them?
I'm not going to answer that.
I understand. He wasn't standing there. Okay. All right. How old do you know Tina?
Not very well. It's just probably first time I've ever actually seen her personally.
I see. When did you first learn of her?
Mm, I'd say maybe, I don't know, maybe a week ago, maybe a little longer.
And how did you come to um, learn of her?
My employer.
Good. Okay. And what did he have to say about her?
Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm a lot more scared of him than I am of you.
I can imagine. I'm not a very scary person, quite frankly. This individual, on the other hand, I can see why you're intimidated. Do you aspire to be like him?
I aspire to survive. That's about it.
I'm sure there's more to it than that.
Not for me.
Um, yeah,
Money's good though.
I can imagine. So it's money. Is it money or is it sense of belonging?
Probably a bit of both, actually. I never really thought about it though. Why
You
are
don't.
you in need of some money?
I'm sorry. Say again.
Said why were you in need of some money? Are you asking?
I'm.
I could
I'm.
put a word in for you if you'd like.
I. Sure. Why not? Um. So you're telling me you don't know why you work for him. You haven't really thought about whether it's money or respect or a sense of
Probably a
belonging.
bit of both, really, right? Everyone wants to belong. Everyone needs some money. You need to survive.
Well, how'd you find him?
Oh, he found me.
I see. Broken puppy. Brought him to a little home. Did he give you a bowl?
Give me a bowl? No, he valued my skill set. I
And what would that be?
don't feel like sharing that with you right now.
Well, I'm mostly just curious.
I'm pretty good at tracking people down.
I see. But then why would he have someone else track them for you?
Did he? I don't know.
Well, you certainly didn't track her down. That we know. So what value did you bring?
I don't know. You have to ask my employer.
Well, I could, but I mean, the fact that he left you behind, the fact that despite your self-proclaimed ability to track, um, he didn't use you much for today other than fodder. Why were you
Be a
not
lot of
allowed
rules.
into the submarine?
Says I wasn't.
You couldn't make it?
I had some distance between me and them.
Yeah. But instead you chose to stay back,
Good
protect
employee
them.
always makes sure the boss is okay.
Yeah. You would think that that in and of itself shows a level of loyalty that, um, for whatever reason, you're sort of attempting to mask aside. I mean, look, I understand it. People within this department would take a bullet for me. And Some of it is probably because I do help pay for their paycheck, but some of it is a little bit of respect I may have earned. Or maybe it's just the rank. I don't know. What was your reason?
Answer the phone or I'm whooping your ass.
What is my reason?
What was your reason? Relating to
staying?
boss. Yeah, for staying and protecting the boss. Was it money? Was it
We all
respect?
had our roles to play.
Yeah.
I played my role.
Like a good little bitch.
Take it as you will.
Did he ever call you that?
No, he's never called me that.
No. What did he call you?
Leslie. My
Leslie.
name.
He calls you by your name, Leslie? No pet names?
Yeah. No pet name.
I see. What about the other two? Did they have pet names?
Oh, like I said, I barely even know them. We just work together.
You don't know Alexis. You don't know Conrad.
I'm assuming those were the two that were with me. That's about it. I never grabbed their names.
Well, I mean,
We tend to
surely
cycle
that
through
can't be the
people pretty
case.
often.
I got you. So you're like their OG. What did you do before you found your way into his onto his lap?
Whatever made me money. Petty theft. Grand theft. You name it.
Where'd you learn tracking?
Grew up around it. Learned from the best of the best. Joined him. He got me trained professionally.
Did he ever show you anything?
In what way?
Well, did he help train up any of your skills?
Oh, of course. It's the reason why he kept me around.
So you're his one of his favorites.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
He seems to treat us all pretty well.
yeah. So you don't know these others, but he knew you pretty well.
He knows. I mean, you might know them pretty well too. You have to ask them though.
Yeah. Well, I sort of figured maybe you have barbecues every so often. What do you call yourselves?
Not gonna reveal that.
Well, surely this isn't the first encounter you've had with individuals. I mean, obviously this time it's the law enforcement, but I tend to think that surely you must have a public-facing name you call yourselves, or is this individual you work for like to completely keep himself off the radar, which wouldn't make any sense given the fact that he was needlessly begging for attention.
What makes it needless?
Well, maybe not. Well, it's needless because it serves no purpose other than a single man's ego. You see, everybody has something in them that makes them tick. Sometimes it's loved ones. Sometimes it's money tied to survival. But for many people, especially in Los Santos, the thing that makes them tick more than anything else is to make themselves feel like they're the most important thing in the world. Happens in the police department all the time.
Is that why you're the chief?
I'm here out of obligation.
I see.
Yeah.
So the same reason I'm here.
No. I don't suck dick.
Teach their own.
Yeah. So, going back to the point. Why are you helping this man get the attention he so desires?
It's my job.
It's your job. Or you're watching it happen. You don't question any of it. You put your life on the line today so that this individual could get his personal revenge on his ex-girlfriend. Kids like to call that cringe, to be honest. You know the crazy thing? I'm fucking glad she's dead.
Oh,
Saved
really,
me
why
a
is that?
goddamn headache. Look at that. I admitted it. Chief of the fucking police. Yeah, you're sitting over here acting like you gotta keep your mouth shut. You got no emotions. Sir, do you know what's gonna happen to you at the end of all this?
Certainly can't be worse than what happens if I talk.
And how's that?
You see a man with a multitude of weaponry, and you ask, how's that?
Or you think he's gonna come find you? Track you down?
I don't think.
I mean,
I don't think.
Daddy's
I know.
favorite tracker is currently in interrogation.
Yeah, well, he's a resourceful man.
Yeah. You know, very few people have broken out of the Max pen. Very few.
Mhm.
Caught real quick, thrown right back in. And if
You
he
said
was,
anything about breaking?
and if he was willing to, well, I mean, you're saying you're afraid to talk, right? You're in our custody. Eventually, and shortly, you'll be in custody of the marshals over in Bolingbrook. Hell, they may even ship you over to a more secure facility, for all I know.
So you're telling me that you guys would be able to protect me?
Yeah, of course we're going to protect you.
Like you protected Miss Donovan?
Oh, I let her die.
You let her die. Why's that?
Well, if we're going to be honest about it, she wanted it.
She wanted to die?
Yeah. Well, you don't think so?
I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of someone else.
Are you looking to die today?
No, not at all.
Tomorrow?
No, no time soon. I think I'll
You
live
do
a nice,
understand
long
by you
life.
not talking, you're more or less signing your own death certificate.
How so?
Well, typically when you're an accessory to crimes such as this, you end up behind bars
Mhm.
and you serve many years. And, you know, someone like yourself, they don't get the protection by the people that are protecting you on the outside. Instead, you end up making some best friends. Ones that will, you know, fill that role that Mr. Reeker, is it, used to provide.
Who?
Whoever your boss is. What's his name?
I'm telling you, isn't it? Like I said, I value my life more than you know. All right, telling you the name of my boss is a
Well, play it out for
straight
me.
death
What's he
sentence.
going to do? Is he got what? He's going to snipe you while you're in the yard? Sir, you're not going to be spending any time in the yard.
He's got deeper connections than you can understand.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of people in prison that are going to have some real deep connections with you, I'll tell you that much. And those
Yeah, why's that?
individuals, why is that? Things get lonely over in prison. And eventually they make you start doing things. Hauled in the pocket. Feeding them. How many, do you understand how many people die in prison?
I'd rather take the chance than the absolute.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's going to be much of a chance taking a look at you. What are you going to track down? Like, you're going to be tracking down, you know, fucking rats.
Answer the phone or
And I'm not talking about the ones that talk. I mean, literal rats in order to keep yourself fed. You think you're going to sit down at the cafeteria table next to the people that are sitting in there today and able to eat your government issued food? No, that's not going to happen. They're going to be taking that right from you. Are we chewing it right in front of your face? You'll be starving.
I don't know if I'm going for what
Well
you
protected.
are. You're claiming I did. I think the other prisoners would be quite impressed.
You think you're going to impress the other prisoners?
They might.
I don't see that being the case. I mean, look at you. You like to remain well dressed. They're going to see that.
You're in uniform too.
I'm not in prison.
I wouldn't be dressed like this in prison, I'd assume.
No, but they'll see the fancy nails. They'll see the exfoliated skin. Because to them, you think they're really going to believe what you sell them? And they're probably going to end up thinking you're some kind of one of those fuckboys that sits in a financial building all day stealing old people's money. Retirement money. But regardless, I'll let you continue running that fantasy of yours about this boss of yours with the fancy guns hurting you if they find out you ever talk. Because speaking of, what makes you think anyone even knows you're going to talk? I mean, you're really that afraid for him. Here's the thing. That individual has no idea whether or not you're talking to begin with. So
Yes,
if you
that's
sat over
actually
here
true.
and you spilled all the beans, assuming you actually know anything, he would have no idea. But then again, maybe he does know. Maybe the fact that you're not booked is reason enough to think you're talking. Do you think he has that much trust in you?
Oh, he doesn't need trust when he's got the connections he's got.
He doesn't need trust. No, I think you're mistaken.
He gets the fact.
He gets the facts. How is he going to know whether or not you talked? I think more likely than not, I mean, based on the way that you're sort of presenting him, don't you think it's more likely he's just going to chalk you up as just another lost cause and not take the chance of whether you did talk or not and just get rid of you anyways? What makes you so confident he's not going to kill you?
I've got some trust there of my own.
Well, I see. You know, one of your two other friends, one of them fucking X'd himself, like a cyanide pill. I don't think he had any trust.
Did he though? That's not standard issue for us.
Yeah. Look like
I don't
cyanide to
see a
me.
body.
I'm sorry?
I don't see a body. You want to show me the body?
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to bring you, dumb fuck. Sit down.
Mhm.
And we're going to pause the recording here at 9:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hang tight for me, all right?
Will do.
Hey, I say what needs to be said, not what I mean.
I'm well aware.
Okay.
I've been around this job a long time.
Good, good, good. Trust me, the amount of times I've said shit and then had officers pissed at me is, you have no idea.
No, Chief, I get it. Donovan was a friend of mine for years, so Freaker's behind this. That's a problem.
Yeah, that was his name, right?
Yeah. Or if he repeated it to me, and I was like, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Let me ask you, you work for Reeker, right?
I didn't work. No, I didn't.
Did he go by any other names?
Not off the top of my head.
Gotcha. Is this the body? Is the
Yes,
body
sir.
still in there?
Yes,
Beautiful.
sir. All right, I just brought you guys in on the report, and you guys both have access as well.
Okay.
Please, in detail, maybe not right here, maybe not right now.
Someone killed him.
In detail,
Yeah.
exactly what you saw,
How?
you heard, and everything you can.
God damn it.
Who's watching the doors?
Yeah, we had a ducky who was with me when